Today on Tracey's Basement, it's the favorite Funko Pop subscriber video. Welcome back to the basement and welcome to the channel if you've never been here before. Today we are doing a video that we asked you guys to participate in. It is the favorite Funko Pop subscriber video.
Yeah, we basically asked you to send in a picture of you with your favorite Funko Pop if you were over 18 years of age. We had to go through that. And tell us why it is your favorite from your collection.
So we weren't worried about things like value or anything like that. We wanted to know why specifically a particular pop is your favorite. What's the story behind it? What makes it special to you?
Yeah, when we announced the video, I basically showed these two pops who are basically worthless value-wise to value collectors. But I mentioned that these were two of my favorite pops because they bring me back to Halloween, where Adriana wanted to dress up as Harley Quinn from Daddy's Batman game, and she wanted Daddy to dress up too, so she wanted Daddy to go as the Green Arrow. So the two of us dressed up. I took her around for Halloween. I'll put a picture on the screen, and that's why I have a pretty good tie to these two little pops right here.
So me personally, I decided to pick Vegeta. He's one of the older pops in my collection, and I just love him so much. He is so well done. I love that he's got the tail. I love that he's got the scouter. He was one of the first pops that I got that had a different kind of pose with the arms crossed and everything. And I just think they did such a great job capturing his character, so I love this pop to death.
Yeah, a lot of the pops before that basically had the chunky arms out, or if they were female pop, they had the skinny and the fingers
Hands
out like
flailed.
that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I love that Vegeta pop, but that's because we're big Dragon Ball nuts. One of my favorites is the Jason Voorhees, and it's kind of obvious of why he's one of my favorites, because Jason Voorhees nuts. I love the Jason movies, Friday the 13th movies. I grew up watching them, which is just funny to say, like, you grew up watching the Friday the 13th movies. Come on, everybody underage watched the Jason movies. That's just, it built your character. So that's just the way it was in the 80s and 90s. Yet you got initiated into your group by watching a scary movie. So. But yeah, I have strong ties to the Friday the 13th franchise. I got tons of Jason collectibles in the house. We love watching these movies all the time. Like every Friday the 13th, we'll watch at least one. And I don't know, I really like, even though it's simple, even though it's got no value to it whatsoever, I really, really like this pop.
For those of you who do not follow us on social media, recently we did a live stream on Jason's Facebook account. We made it public, so a bunch of our subscribers were watching us, and we did what we like to call pops and shots.
A white layer, a green layer. Nope. Let's see the blood.
Oh!
Alright.
But hi to you too.
Here we go. El Diablo.
So people were suggesting characters from the pops that we have, and we tried to create shots based on those characters.
Yeah, we basically tried to invent shots on the spot based on what we had to those characters, and it was a lot of fun.
Tons of fun.
Yeah, we got a lot of positive feedback, and a lot of people requested that we post it to the Tracey's Basement page so that they could relive it, or people who missed it and couldn't see it could watch it, because it was loads of fun. It got a huge amount of positive feedback.
Yeah, everybody was loving it. So let's get into the subscriber photos of your favorite Funko Pops. And just in the name of fairness, as we were collecting these photos, we assigned each person a number and we put everything into a random number generator. So the order in which these pictures come up is completely random. First picture is from Dakota Towns. He says, "My favorite pop is the Joker inmate from Suicide Squad. I like this pop because the pose it conveys so much of the Joker's personality from the film, and also those tats are pretty sweet."
Those tats are pretty sweet, eh? I could never get a tattoo, though.
No.
No, I'm too much of a wuss. I think tattoos are really, really, really cool, but needles freak the hell out of me.
I would love to be present with you trying to get a tattoo.
No, you would. Well, I'd be out cold, so it'd be kind of boring, because I'd pass right out.
The next picture we have is from Carrie Tunes on YouTube.
Who has an awesome Popeye collection of stuff, by the way.
He says, I think my favorite is Howard the Duck. He was my first and what got me into this crazy pop collecting thing. This pic has him back in the swamp where he first appeared in Swamp Thing.
I did not know he first appeared in Swamp Thing.
No, me neither.
No, I didn't know that. You remember the Howard the Duck movie from the 80s? That was so bad, but I like it, kind of, because it's so bad. So, that's a very interesting choice, Gary.
Very. The next picture is from Shanna Hadley. She also has a YouTube channel at Girls Love Gaming. She says, Vegeta Pop has to be my favorite. I used to watch DBZ constantly, and Vegeta was always my favorite. I love how he has a little scouter and even his tail wrapped around his waist.
So do we. Vegeta's awesome.
Pretty much same reasons that I love Vegeta. You're awesome, Shanna. The next picture is from Marco Jones Escalante. And he says his favorite pop is Woody. Toy Story is one of my favorite movies because it reminds me of my childhood. Also, Woody was the reason I started collecting pops.
Toy Story's awesome.
Toy Story is awesome. I don't have any Toy Story pops.
I don't think you do. No, you don't have any of the Toy Story pops, which is strange because we've watched Toy Story quite a few times.
Quite a few times. I almost cried during the third one.
You can't have them all, Trace. You can't have them all.
I can't have them all. The next picture is from our good friends Dave and Lauren at Everyday Geek. They say, Dave says, my favorite pop so far is my crystal blue Heisenberg. Anyone that knows me knows I absolutely loved Breaking Bad, and Bryan Cranston's Walter Heisenberg White has been my all-time favorite TV drama character. I love the blue translucent character with the glitter to look like the crystal blue meth. Great mold, great pop, great variant. And Lauren says her favorite pop is her pink and white Harley Quinn. She told me she loves it because it's an exclusive, it's pink, her favorite color, and it's Harley Quinn.
Well, you can't argue with that logic.
No, that's some damn good logic, Lauren.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's perfect logic. Breaking Bad's awesome. You still haven't watched Breaking Bad.
I watched the first season.
How could you watch the first season, though, and not plow through the rest of the seasons? Because the show is so amazing.
Trust me, I get a lot of flack for that.
You should. You deserve it.
Great pics from both of you guys. Our next picture is from Kerrigan. She says, my favorite Funko Pop is the glow-in-the-dark Aquaman. This is because it always reminds me about when my baby cousin came to visit. Her name is Grayson and she is 5 years old. When we were going to bed one night, she said the room was too dark and it was scaring her. I asked if she wanted me to turn on the closet light or TV. She then asked if I had a nightlight. Unfortunately, I did not, but I remembered this pop that was in a drawer not too far away. I took Aquaman out of his box and set him on the dresser next to her. He didn't give off much light, but it was enough to see all of his beautiful, intricate features. Grayson just looked at him in awe for a while, then fell asleep. The next day, she played with him. I carefully put him in her suitcase when she was going home to Florida. Her mom sent me this picture. Apparently, Aquaman took a trip to the beach with the family.
Well, isn't that awesome? That's a very neat story.
Very neat story. And of course, there are two separate pictures for this one because Aquaman is no longer with Kerrigan, but it's just such a sweet story. We had to
put it in there.
The next picture is from Tom, who is one half of the Tomfoolery and Durkin Around YouTube channel. He says, my favorite pop vinyl is the custom-made Tom from Durkin Around that a friend of ours made.
Man.
That's so cool.
That looks exactly like him.
It looks exactly like him. That is so awesome, Tom, to have a custom pop of yourself.
That's pretty cool, and that's one epic beard you got going on there, too, on that pop. And, Tomfoolery and Durkin Around, if you haven't checked them out, they do gameplay videos, and they're also from Nova Scotia, and they did a Mega Man series too, so go check them out, give them some love, will you?
The next picture is from Devin Ferguson. He says, Rumpelstiltskin, he's just the best character to me on any TV show, and also he was my first. Rumpelstiltskin is an amazing character. You haven't watched Once Upon a Time?
I have no interest in Once Upon a Time, so...
Of all of the huge variety of characters on that show, Rumpelstiltskin is the most amazing, and that guy is an amazing actor.
I believe you. I watched a few episodes of the show. It's just not for me, but she loved it.
I love it. The next picture is from YouTube user Shaolin Army.
Is it Shaolin or Shaolin? I don't know. I thought Shaolin had an H. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
She says, my absolute favorite pop is Galina Reznikov from Orange is the New Black. I love that series so much and trying to get the whole series of Pops from Orange is the New Black. She is the first one I received from Pop in a Box, and I am so happy with her. I love her.
That is one show that I've been meaning to watch for like 3 years now and still haven't watched it. It's so hard catching up on all the good TV nowadays.
No, it's on the list. It's on the very long
Remember
list.
10 years ago when TV sucked, so it was really easy to catch up on stuff? What happened?
The next picture is from our good friend Steve over at the Lawn Gnome. He says, "This is my favorite Funko Pop, not just because I am a huge Mets fan. It is because it is a pop that captures my city and America's pastime, which is something you don't see in the world of geekdom often. Also, the Mets hold some of my happiest memories of family, friends, and of course my fiancée, soon-to-be wife, as many happy occasions took place at the Mets ballpark."
Well, congrats on the engagement and future marriage, Steve. We're all hoping the best for you.
Very awesome pick too. Very, very different.
Yeah, very different choice.
I knew that was what you were going to pick though, because I know you.
It's it's nice to see like a lot of hometown pride you can actually find in a Funko Pop too. That's not something you'd commonly find in a geeky collectible.
No.
So that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. The next picture is from Tari Black. She says, "My favorite Funko Pop is the 11th Doctor Pop. 11 is such a nice and great character. He shows that everyone is important. He was my first doctor and he is my favorite doctor. So I love this cute little Funko Pop with the fez and mop." That's a really cute version of 11. And I have to say, when the regeneration first took place, I wasn't much for 11, but he really, really grew on me.
She's a huge David Tennant nut, though.
Yeah, a little bit of a David Tennant
She
nut.
loves the 10th Doctor.
I love them all now.
Yeah, you do.
The next picture is from King over at Chinese Five Spice. He says, "I won the Superman chase in a claw machine, and also my custom painted gold Batman."
Superman chasing a claw machine. That's awesome.
That is awesome. I could never catch anything in a claw machine.
I can't catch those stupid little stuffed dice in a claw machine, so I'm kind of jealous of that.
And obviously he couldn't pick just one, but it's kind of Batman versus Superman, so...
Yeah, it is. And it's a pretty cool custom painted gold Batman, I gotta admit.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
The next picture is from Andrea Dragonoff. She says, "My favorite is the Queen of Hearts herself. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite books, and I'm so stoked to have this pop on display on my bookshelf. The detail on her is sick, and I just love it."
She is a pretty detailed pop. We don't have her, though.
No, we don't have her. She is a cool pop, though.
She is a very cool pop.
I'm sure I'll probably come across her at some point.
I'm more for the old animated Disney Alice in Wonderland myself.
Yeah, I do
thing.
prefer the older style.
Yeah, the new one was kind of cool, though. It had really cool visuals, most because it's Tim Burton related, but that old one, man, you get in the right state of mind, it's like, whoa, whoa.
The next picture is from my good friend Judith over at Judiths Nerdy Obsessions. Judith says, "Alright, so I managed to sort of cheat by picking Sailor Moon since she comes with Little Luna, but that's technically 2 pops. Sailor Moon is my favorite Funko Pop in my collection because for me she represents my childhood. When I was little, I loved Sailor Moon, I looked up to her, and I honestly thought that I was a magical girl." Right there with you, honey.
You two are Sailor Moon nuts.
We're both a little bit obsessed, yes. Sailor Moon's awesome. I love it. I've been watching Sailor Moon recently.
90s anime, man. The classic 90s anime, can't beat it.
Gotta love it. The next picture is from Christopher Pratt. He says, "My bestest, most favorite pop is my Suicide Squad Harley Quinn because A, she was my first, and B, it is Harley Quinn."
Anything Harley Quinn. Anything Harley Quinn is awesome.
You can't argue with Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is amazing.
I love Harley.
Everybody loves Harley Quinn. The next picture is from Lily Vogel. She says, "My favorite pop is the Target exclusive Kylo Ren pop. Back in February, I was suffering from terrible anxiety attacks, and it was a struggle to get out of bed every day. As you can see, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and my dad bought me this pop to cheer me up after a very bad attack. And my doctor told me I should find a hobby to keep me busy. And that's how my pop addiction started. After nearly 140 pops, here I am, and my collection is growing. Thank you, Funko." As somebody who has suffered from anxiety myself, totally get it, and pop collecting is a great hobby to keep you focused and have a lot of fun.
It's great that you found something that you can love to help you with that. That's awesome. Funko or not, anything at all, that's awesome. Keep collecting, Lily.
The next picture is from our buddy David. He says, "I've been a diehard Dragon Ball fan since it was first dubbed and put on YTV. Those were the days." Those were the days.
I love Dragon Ball Z still to this day. And I gotta agree with you, we have both the black-haired Goku and the Super Saiyan Goku. And I do like the black-haired Goku more than the Super Saiyan one. I love them both. But this just looks like the definitive look of Goku to me.
Does.
So, yeah, very excellent choice, David. Very excellent choice. You know what I miss on YTV? PJ Phil.
He was fun.
I love PJ Phil. PJ Phil was awesome. Remember when he used to do the Zone? That was awesome. That was when they first started bringing Dragon Ball Z to YTV, wasn't it? When they did the Zone? Yeah. I want more. I want more PJ Phil. Bring PJ Phil back.
The next picture is from our friend Minky89. Her channel is Monica Minky89. She says, Elise from Assassin's Creed might be my favorite. I feel bad naming just one since I love all my pops so much and they all have different meaning. Elise is the only pop so far that actually made me cry when I found her. Me and my fiancé met in the online of Assassin's Creed game and wanted to have assassins as our wedding cake toppers as a reminder of where we met. I haven't seen her in the shops in Finland, and only one shop in Belgium had one left on their shelf. She will be accompanied by Edward since he looks the most like my soon-to-be husband.
Well, that's neat.
That's pretty cool.
That's a pop cake. Yeah, we played a lot of Assassin's Creed. We haven't really played the new ones, though.
Not really too much. The old ones for sure.
But definitely want a picture of that wedding cake.
Definitely. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, put a picture of that wedding cake in the Basement Geek group, because I want to look at that.
The next picture comes from Zack at the 101 Jenko. He says, my favorite pop is Queen Amidala from Star Wars. I love this pop so much for a few reasons. Queen Amidala / Padme Amidala is my all-time favorite Star Wars character, and the pop is beautifully detailed, and this is a special pop given to me as a gift by my mom, who I lost to cancer back in January of this year. I also am a huge fan of the Star Wars prequels. I love them. Yes, you heard right, I love the prequels. Queen Amidala is one of the most detailed and beautiful pops I own and have seen. One of the best Star Wars ones, too. I am glad to have her in my collection, especially now that she is retired. I hope they make another Padme from episodes 2 or 3 down the road. I recommend Queen Amidala, such a beautiful pop. That's awesome, Zach. An awesome reason to love a pop. Actually, several awesome reasons to love a pop.
Very touching story.
Yeah.
Sorry for the loss. And I'm glad you have an awesome pop to remember her by. And I've seen pictures in the background, stuff like that, of some of your Star Wars collections on your channel, and man, it's a lot of Queen Amidala
You've
stuff.
got a lot of Queen Amidala stuff.
I can see
Amazing
why she's
stuff.
your favorite, for sure.
This one comes in from Marty Sears. He says, Green Lantern was my first, and I love Arrow and Flash, so those 3 are my all-time favorite pops.
You cheated, Marty!
You cheated
you
so
chose
hard!
3, but we're going to allow it.
They're all awesome pops.
They are all awesome
So-
pops. They're all great superheroes. And come on, you just can't get enough superheroes nowadays. It's the best. Green Lantern movie was terrible, though.
The next picture is from Will Harp. He says, my favorite Funko Pop figure is Charlie from Supernatural. She's my favorite because I believe she represents the need/geek in all of us. I was making my very first cosplay costume and I would turn to her just like she did to her role model Hermione Granger. Charlie is my Hermione Granger. Spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't seen everything up to the end of Supernatural yet. I will give a big thumbs up when the spoiler warning is over so you guys will know.
Yeah, mute this now so that there's no spoilers.
I was so upset when Charlie died. She is such a fun character. She's this super huge geek that is so much fun, and she was a great compliment to Sam and
Yeah,
Dean.
I feel like they killed her for no reason, just to put some shock value in the show because ratings might have been dipping or something like that.
Very
Because, I
frustrating.
mean, Charlie, every now and then a Charlie episode would come along, and it would be a lot of fun. So, kind of sucks that she's gone just for cheap shock value.
But I'm glad you love the pop, Will. Spoiler warning over. The next picture is from Ian Trevitt. He has a YouTube channel called British Geeky Guy. He says, this is my favorite pop. I know it's just a common number 3 Spider-Man, but this is my favorite superhero, and I could not find it for so long. And then my wife surprised me and found it, which made me love it even more.
It's not about the common, it's not about the rarity, it's about how much you love the character, and I think that's an excellent choice.
Exactly.
Yeah, we grew up
even
on
better that it was a present from your wife.
Yeah, we grew up on Spider-Man too, so we totally understand the Spider-Man love for sure. Like I said, it's not about rarity, it's not about value, it's about how much you love the pop you have, so More people need to think like that.
Exactly. This next one is from another friend, Georgia, over at Funko Pop Paradise. She says, "This was my first ever Funko Pop, the first one I knew existed. I wasn't aware how many there were at this point. Dean is my favorite TV character, and I was over the moon when I got him." Totally understand.
She's a total Dean girl.
If there were 300 Dean Funko Pops, I would have all of them.
Honestly, she's so Dean obsessed. I'm lucky the house isn't covered in sexy Dean pictures. Like, they would just be everywhere. She's always on about Dean. She's a real Dean fangirl.
You're always on about it.
You're always on about Dean. There, that's why Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki are the top two of the mythical Tracy's boyfriends list that I have up here, because she has a lot of TV boyfriends.
Jensen's at the top. This next one is from YouTube user Loser Films. He says, "I just love this Batman because he's an original. I guess you could say he's just like a more calm-looking Batman pop than the others."
This is the Batman that started it all. This is the Batman that started all the repaint phenomenon.
There's only been about 100 since.
Yep. I remember when I first got this guy, I was like, cool, a Batman! Now we have like a million Batmans.
It just went downhill from there.
Yep, very interesting choice.
The next one is from Patrick DePersio. His YouTube channel is also called Patrick DePersio. He says, "Diablo. The details on this Funko are amazing, plus he keeps me on the straight and narrow." He certainly would.
Yeah, Diablo's awesome.
He is.
Diablo's
That's a
an awesome
really,
game.
really awesome pop, too.
You know what? I kind of wish they kept the classic Diablo look in Diablo 3 for Diablo, but I gotta admit, the whole giant, scary, female-looking Diablo thing, that was pretty intense, too. I thought that was pretty cool looking, too. But Diablo 2 ate up a huge chunk of my time and I'm not a PC gamer, but I remember I borrowed that off a buddy, and I got absorbed in that. I was like, life doesn't matter until this is done. Very awesome choice, Patrick.
This next one is from our buddy Cube Jam. His YouTube channel is Cube Jam F1. He says, "Between Predator Cloaked and Aquaman, Cloaked Predator for me is my favorite as it is so unique in my collection. The way the light bounces off it just looks so awesome. Here's to hoping for a cloaked, masked Predator."
This is an insanely awesome pop.
It really is.
Like, James, this is a wicked, wicked pop, and I'm 100% with you on that, because Predator, if not my all-time favorite, is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love Predator. I think it's just awesome, and I've already complained that it's insane that they don't have a masked Predator pop. Because
it's flabbergasting. I don't understand why they wouldn't have made that one.
The mask is so iconic. It's such an iconic part of Predator. The look of the mask is it makes Predator. That's what we mostly see. This is, his face is the big reveal. But that's like making a Jason pop without his mask first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be a masked Predator.
For sure.
Yeah, I want a masked Predator now.
The next picture is from YouTubers The Coop Life. They say it was hard to pick out a favorite, but we had to go with Golden Power Armor and Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster is definitely a top 10 pop. That pop just looks amazing. Like,
very, very cool. Yeah. Very well done.
Like, I don't go on about details on pops too hard, because let's face it, they're pretty basic figures. But Hulkbuster, you could tell they actually tried with that one.
They put a lot of effort into him.
And Golden Power Armor, until they announced this recent wave of Vault Boys that they were putting out, Tracy was just so upset because that was the only Fallout pop she didn't have, and she was never going to have it because she won't pay a ridiculous price for it.
Nope.
But you know what? That's calmed down now, because they just released a ton of Vault Boys now. So Tracy's like, okay, now I'm not so upset I don't have them all.
Not as big a deal anymore.
It's not such a big deal when you're missing more than one.
I'm still totally jealous that you have it, though.
Oh, yeah.
The next picture is from Eddie Issa. He says, "So this is my favorite pop. It's the Armored Batman, or as we spell it in Australia, Armored with a U. It came in the first DC Legion of Collectors. He's very special because he made me fall in love with pops, and I actually loved Batman vs. Superman."
I wasn't a big fan of Batman vs. Superman, but I respect your opinion on it.
Also, that is actually a really cool pop.
It is a really awesome pop. The only thing I wish they did with it was make its eyes glow in the dark.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I think if they made his eyes glow, that would have been just 100% elite pop status right there.
They totally dropped the ball on that one.
Still an awesome pop,
Awesome
though.
pop. The next one is from YouTube user LameSauce85. He says, I'm going with the Deathwing for my favorite pop because I'll never forget when I first saw him in the WoW trailer for the Cataclysm expansion. I looked at my friends and all I could say was wow.
Wah, 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 wah.
Your dragon episode on Tracy's Basement inspired me to go buy him, so thank you.
Awesome! You're obsessed with dragons.
I love dragons. I've never showed you guys my McFarlane dragon collection, but I will at some point. They cover our spare room.
Yeah, and that like we never got into WoW. It just wasn't a thing for us. But that being said, that pop still looks crazy awesome.
Oh no, if I ever see that, I'm getting it because it's amazing.
Yeah. If we ever walk by it in a store, she'll probably have it. Doesn't even play WoW, she'll still have it. That's when you know you have a problem.
The next one is from Adam Dabeli. He says, Batman is my favorite pop. He's been my hero since childhood. He's gotten me through some hard times. He's the best in my eyes.
And like we said before, there was another person who chose Batman. Yeah, there are a million Batman pops, but I mean, everybody loves Batman. That's why. I mean,
yeah, he's such a great character. He's like the star of the DC universe. Everybody loves Batman.
Yeah, Superman's like, Superman, but you know what? Everybody loves Batman. Come on, Batman's got the richest history. Batman's got the best rogues gallery. Batman is just the best.
I'm more of a Marvel person myself, but I mean, Batman is just so amazing. Nobody can't not like Batman.
Yeah, like I have a lot of fun with the Marvel stories too, and a lot of my favorite superheroes are Marvel superheroes, but Batman just blows them all away. I've always loved Batman.
The next pick is from Nathan Purcell. He says, have to say Songbird from BioShock Infinite is my new favorite pop from one of the best game series I've played. By far one of the biggest and most detailed pops I've seen, he looks so fearsome and majestic standing beside my other pops. I hope I pronounced your last name right, by the way.
You still haven't played BioShock Infinite. I've been giving her crap on that for ages now. She still hasn't played it. The ending of that game just blew me away. I've been after her to finally go and play it, but she always puts it off. She always puts everything off. That's what she does. She puts stuff off.
It's my special skill.
Play it already. Play it already.
Okay. The next picture is from Molluscacullen. She says, this is super hard for me, but I'm going to have to go with Dr. Harleen Quinzel. I literally just bought it. I love everything Harley Quinn, and her origin is the most interesting. Many people judge her so much, and I'm sick of it. Harleen was an intelligent woman who was manipulated by the most corrupted mind DC has ever known. People wrongly shift the blame onto her when she's only the victim in this situation. She was so dedicated to her work that sadly she lost her mind trying to get behind the Joker's persona. No other psychiatrist had ever come so close despite her failure. Harleen is the most underrated alter ego ever, and I just love that Suicide Squad gave her a few minutes on the big screen. So like we've already said, Harley Quinn is awesome, everything about Harley Quinn is awesome, and I totally agree, her backstory is just amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of the people who give Harley Quinn a hard time, these are the kind of people who look at the cover of a comic and say, that costume is too sexy or something like that, or, oh, they did something dark or something in this comic book, and it's like, these are the kind of people who have a specific mindset about stuff and aren't willing to try to look at things a different way or experience certain things. So, I mean, Harley Quinn, she's a popular character, so you're either going to love her or hate her. I'm sure there's people out there who hate Batman. Those people are crazy people.
The next one is from YouTube user Buckorama76. He says, The Goonies is my favorite movie of all time, and they were the first full set I collected. I couldn't choose just one.
Another cheater! You cheated!
They all go together.
Yeah,
so.
it's kind of having one Goonies pop just isn't right though. So
No,
yeah,
they
you have
all
to have
together.
you have to have all the Goonies if you're gonna pick the Goonies. So totally allowed. I accept.
The next one is from Rizzo at Rizzos Collectibles. He says, mine is by far the Black Knight Flesh Wounds. Just love the movie, love the scene, fun as all get out. No joke.
That movie is one of my all-time favorite movies
Me too.
ever. And when I seen that pop, I was like, that's awesome. Like, we have like stuffies and stuff where you know the Black Knight, you pull his legs off and stuff like that. Like, if you haven't seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, do yourself a favor, go watch it. And it's one of those movies where you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it because you just don't get it. It's not your kind of humor, but it is absolutely silly. Like, it's the silliest movie ever, and it's just amazing. Get yourself in the right mindset.
Yeah.
Like,
It has these weird flips between ridiculously, foolishly slapstick and really intelligent humor.
it's blended. It's like, let's make intelligent stupid. When they first showed up on screen with the coconuts banging, I was sold. And then as soon as I heard the words, "Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?" I was like, done. Favorite movie ever.
Excellent choice. So that was our favorite Funko Pop subscriber video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much to everybody who participated. Sorry to anybody who we weren't able to fit into the video, but I hope you'll continue to share stuff with the Basement Geeks hashtag and in the Basement Geeks Facebook group. We really enjoyed checking out all your pictures and hearing your stories about why you loved your pops so much. I hope everybody else has enjoyed it as well. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a big thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Tracey's Basement, links in the description box below. And of course, as always, keep coming back for more Tracey's Basement. Bye! And this is the part where you guys can give me some love. If you liked the video and you want to watch some more, here are some of the more recent ones. And if you enjoyed the channel, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe right below. Please keep coming back for more videos. Bye!